She's down. The young cheetah is down.
She's been in the crate for 6 hours now, so she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah, she was just turning.
We've just released the young female cheetah from the Rietspruit Game Reserve.
Right, today is an exciting day for the PaintedDog TV team. We are out with Mabaibai and her cub, who is just shy of 18 months old. That means that she's on the precipice of independence, and it is time for her to get a radio transmitter. This little girl is part of the Metapopulation Initiative, which means that she will be moved to a different reserve when the time is right, so that she can form part of the breeding population and bring new genetics into a new area. But we want to fit her with a radio collar so that when she does split with mum, it's easier for us to find her and monitor her behavior to see when she is ready for this monumentous occasion.
At PaintedDog TV, we've been very fortunate to watch this young female cheetah grow up from a young cub to this point of independence, and then had the privilege to move her to her new home. She was born at the end of 2023. Unfortunately, all of her litter mates were lost due to lions, which is something that's experienced quite a lot in the wild, and that's why cheetahs generally have these larger litter sizes. However, her mother did really well to get her through the process to independence. Just before she went independent, we fitted her with a radio collar so that we would be able to find her in the event that she did leave mom. The timing of this female cheetah going independent was perfect. Kulani from the TMI was going to be taking down crates to KwaZulu-Natal from the Lowveld for another big cheetah move that he had just received permits for. So we decided to move this cheetah at the same time as taking down those crates to KwaZulu-Natal.
Behind me over here, you can see Gareth, who's got the telemetry up in the air. He is listening for signal for the young female cheetah, Mabaibai's cub, who recently got fitted with a radio collar.
I thought I had more battery on this thing because it had a quarter on the battery sign, and it didn't go to the flat sign before it did flat. So now that we're up at Bamba Dam and we're starting our search, we've lost our batteries. Day 2, it's the morning, the sun's coming up, it's a beautiful morning out here. We've got the telemetry, we're going to go and keep trying to find this female cheetah and her cub and just get an update on that cub with her newly fitted collar. you'll find them, they come to Hace area for like a few days, and then you don't see them for a couple of weeks. And then they pop up on Leadwood somewhere for a few days. They're there at Leadwood Dam, and then you don't see them for a few weeks. So where they go in between those two parts on the reserve is a bit of a mystery, but I reckon it's along here, along the deep slope western parts of the reserve. It's quite thick. Less people drive here because there's less sightings and things. I'm gonna have to cut this short a bit. We are getting a little bit low on fuel, and it is the day to go fill up the jackal, so we're gonna have to find a way back to camp that's short.
Day 3. Finally, we found the cheetah. We have these cheetahs, and they've settled down finally. They've given us a bit of a run around. We've had a bit of drama because of where they've pulled us through the bush backwards. But now we are in the shade, and they are resting, and they'll probably rest for much of the day now. And when it cools down again this evening, they're going to have to try and make a kill because they are looking quite hungry. The cheetah are approaching the dam very cautiously. But the reasons there are twofold. Firstly, they are not the apex predator in this environment, and water is often a source of bigger and stronger predators too who need to drink. We found the lions here the other evening while we were looking for these cheetahs, so we know the lions spend time here, and lions can be a threat to cheetah. Second reason is because there could always be prey around a water source, and although they're thirsty, getting a meal would be a priority over having a drink. So if there were prey species drinking, they would actually use that opportunity to try and hunt. It's scarcely been 4 hours since James and I were with the Mabaibai and her cub this morning, and we're out again because it has been decided that she's not being moved next week, she's being moved today. Today is the day that she's being moved. Conservation, it's always going, it's always happening, and this is what we have to do. So we're out again in the rain, and we're hoping to find them where we left them, but realistically in this weather and after a good meal, which they've enjoyed, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. Thankfully, we have got the telemetry. I don't know if what I heard earlier was actually her frequency or if it was a bit of interference. This doesn't have a loud beep, beep like some of them. It actually sounds like a crackle, but it's a consistent crackle. So it's crackle, 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 crackle with equal spacing, and then you know that she's close. So we just got to keep trying. The closer she is, the more confirmation we'll have from the signal. James is doing it the lazy way. No sound, no cheetah. We're getting mixed signals. We're actually very confused. James and I got a faint signal on the telemetry set, and now the entire team that were coming to meet us have done a U-turn and we are at the back of the convoy following. So I'm not sure if they've received a tip-off that she's in the area, someone else has seen her, or maybe they've forgotten something. I have no idea. But we are heading to follow the convoy because they made gestures and whistles as though we should come with them. So that's what we're doing. She's down. The young cheetah is down. She's asleep. We're going to approach. And then I've got these towels here so that we can dry her off. It has been raining. She has an 8-hour car journey ahead of her. We need to make sure that she's dry so that she doesn't get cold. She also had a big meal today. I think she's growing a lot. Oh, we're anything when something happens. Oh. Just drying her off because of how wet she is in the rain still. It's just important that she's a bit more dry for this transport now.
But I don't have it with me now. We were in such a rush, I didn't think to bring it.
You did tip her, I remember.
I did, yeah. I don't know if my scanner... It was chaos when we got back, so I didn't really... The collar is still quite loose,
Yeah.
but she's bigger than, definitely bigger than what she was. I got it. Yeah,
That's the one.
I can't remember where I put it. Oh, here it is. There's that one, so I'm going to put it on the left side if you want it. Oh, you need it.
She's a lot bigger than she was 3 weeks ago. She's locked. and loaded. They're going to ratchet strap her in so that her crate is nice and tight, and then they're going to be on their way. So I'm going to hand over to Gareth, and he's going to go with her. He'll be taking the story further from now.
I'm driving this cheetah down to KZN from Rietspruit, while Kulani's sitting in the passenger seat in his office.
We just got an alert that the vehicle is overheating. So we just stopped immediately, we got the alert. But we can see our aircon pipe is frozen. It seems like there is a little bit of leakage somewhere on the pipe. The vehicle is probably alerting us that the engine is hot, but the engine is not hot. So everything is cool. We're just gonna take it easy. We still have like 4 hours of driving. So this is not ideal. We're just gonna take it easy and monitor the vehicle as we drive. Yeah, she was just turning. She's still breathing nicely. We left her with about 30 minutes. She's still breathing nicely.
So she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
We're about an hour and a half away from Zamanga. We just stopped on the side of the road here to check the young female cheetah in the crate. She's traveling well, considering she's been in the crate for 5 hours.
Yeah,
5 hours now, so all's going well.
So we just arrived. It's about 8 hours of driving. So we just arrived to the next reserve where we're gonna be releasing Bamba, that's a nickname, coming from Rietspruit. It's actually Leadwood in Rietspruit area, and she's been relocated to another reserve in the KZN, Zamanga. So we just managed to offload her in the Boma at Zamanga now. She's healthy, she's still fine. She was walking on her own, no issues. So we're just excited that she got here safely, and we also got here safely.
Six o'clock here in Zamanga Game Reserve. We're up and we're on the way to the Boma. We're gonna go check on this young female cheetah, see how she's managed to spend her night and that she's 100% all right before we leave. In 2011, the Cheetah Metapopulation Project was initiated by the Endangered Wildlife Trust with the idea of expanding the cheetah population range into historical range areas where cheetahs have been diminished over the last few decades because of the expansion of the human population. In 2011, there were 217 cheetahs in 41 reserves in South Africa. That number's excluding cheetahs that were found as free roamers occurring outside of protected areas, and the Kruger National Park and the Kalahari Transfrontier Park, which spreads across the border into Botswana. The cheetah population in South Africa as a whole was 1,300 individuals. Now this population has got low genetic diversity because of previous bottlenecks that cheetahs have been exposed to historically. Oh, I'm in the wars. Oh, you broke the branch off of the tree in my leg driving forward, and that thing was, the full thorn was inside my leg.
I know, it looks like that. You like a fish.
Ah.
Sorry. I'll make it up to you.